Hey, welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country 3. We're going to get started with the bonus area in this one. We're going to start with Stampede Sprint, which is probably my least favorite level in the game, for reasons that'll become apparent in a second. So, 2 out of the 3 bonus barrels are literally right here at the beginning of the game, or beginning of the level. Oh my god. That bee, got me immediately. He's like, hey buddy. Try that again. Kitty just jumps a little too high for his own good. So we gotta have squawks here. This is probably one of the more difficult bonus games just because of the placement of the buzzes and for some reason, like I said earlier in the playthrough, Squawks has weird physics in this one. He's more floaty than he's ever been. And he was in part 2. And that makes it easier to hit the bees. But we're gonna come over here to get these bananas because I'm pretty sure it reset my 99 lives when it reset the game. And we grab the 15 bananas over here, but this time we're gonna be riding Squitter. And a considerably easier collect the green bananas out of these 2 choices here. Because the only threat is really falling to your doom. And as long as you're paying attention. I'm pretty sure every time you have more than 2 webs, it makes one of them go away. So, yeah, I've got only 5 lives. There's the K. And this is why this part of it sucks. So we're Ellie, and we got Perry the Parallel Bird. And then we come over here, and these mice scare Ellie. And then, oh yeah, no, actually, now that I think about it, Cuff and Clout are in this level too. Yeah, there they are. So they're in 2 levels in this game. I don't think you get a buddy after the first one. And there's no sparkly barrel, and you gotta keep Perry alive for reasons that I will... Oh, there's another buddy. Cool. For reasons that I will, show. Ouch! Oh! Everything comes at you super fast. I'm not a huge fan of auto-scroll levels, and this is literally as auto-scroll as you can get, But I was not at all convinced that I would get through this one on 1 life. Pretty sure that... Well, yeah, I would say for sure that the toughest levels in the game are in this area, but also a couple of them are really not that bad. The second and the third one, personally, I don't think is that bad. This one, because it's more about reaction. And for me, it's almost like I'm not even watching where I'm going so much as I'm just using the peripherals of my eyes and just reacting to the movement. And then you gotta get that for the B barrel. But I think you get another one immediately. Yeah. And so I think if you mess up, I think you might be able to just turn around and go back in. I can't remember. That might actually not be true, so I'm not gonna mess up to find out. Cool. Yeah, no, so you only get that 1 shot, and then you only get 1 shot at the DK coin too. So, gotta, be careful. Everything is except for the first 2 bonus barrels. pretty much everything else is set and primed for you to just like balls it up. And we got a golden cog at the end of that one. It's weird. It's like we're playing Gears of War or something like that. So this one, you just bounce on these barrels. That's pretty much it. There's a B barrel there. I'll take the hit, whatever. They literally give you a buddy there, I think, so that they can do that. Oh, and then that happens. I think, did they put you right next to it? Yeah, so it's like not even an issue, right? So it's very generous, this game, with a lot of things. So, like I was saying, it's definitely the easiest of the Donkey Kong Country games. Alright. Almost done. There we go. Moving on. We're moving on up, literally. Oh yeah, no. Cuff and Cloud is in this one too. Now that I think about it, they're in a lot of these bonus areas, aren't they? You can do that, or you could literally just go over the top right here, and it just, because the B is not on the screen, it just clips through it. If I remember correctly, I think there's a spot you have to drop down where it puts you over the DK coin, and then you have to drop down to get it. I don't remember. I don't think it's here, but I'll take a look. Yeah, see how it clips through the B? So it didn't kill the B. The B is still there, even though, like, it should have, all things considered. But I feel like there is a spot like that where you have to drop down to get the DK coin. Ow! I almost got hit there. I think it's actually right there. I could be wrong though. Probably am. Yeah, but it's not, you know, as long as you're staying over to the side, you're not that in that much of a risk. Maybe it's there. I swear it's one of these. We're gonna get this right some point. Ow! Yeah, yeah. You see, it's like, well, why would you need to do this if you're already past the B, you know? And it's like, well, because it's simple, actually, because the DK coin is right here. One of these days, I don't know when it's going to happen, but I personally have always considered Donkey Kong 64 as the fourth Donkey Kong Country, and I will eventually play Donkey Kong Country. I don't know if I'm going to 100% it, because that's a pretty big undertaking, and it's like, what do we consider 100%? Do we consider collecting all the bananas and the banana coins, as well as like the golden bananas and everything else, or whatnot? I think I would probably just play it until I finish the game, because there's a lot of stuff to get in that game. And I don't see a point personally. Ow! And well, that's kind of dumb. Like, I don't see a point in 100%ing that one. I just don't think it's as fun to 100%. You know what I mean? I mean, but then again, I haven't like decided if I will or won't. But I mean, I'll probably eventually play Banjo-Kazooie also, and I probably will 100% that, but I'm not 100%ing Banjo-Tooie. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. It's been a long time since I played Donkey Kong 64. Like I said, I've always considered it, me and my family has always considered it Part 4, but it was never on the roster for like, we're going to play these games, you know, we're going to play this every year or nothing like that. I played it and spent years trying to finish the game because I had gotten the, you know, the one coin, the Nintendo coin or the Rareware coin from that, you know, one like astronaut game that Cranky has you play, but I never I couldn't figure out, like, you know, why I couldn't open the door to get the last key for Clumsy. And that's because, like, the last key, or like, you have to have 2 coins and they're both on the door, but there's no indication on how to get it. And it's, you know, you have to play the Donkey Kong game, the Donkey Kong arcade game in the game, and beat it twice. This one can be tough to get, because you have to, like, get the webs literally in the right spot to get it, and that can be a little tough. Also, I've been like spamming the web button whenever I end up getting rid of Cuff or Clout, because the surviving one will just keep trying to charge you down and will like constantly hone in on you, even if like they weren't originally doing that. Let's see, is there, I bumped the mic, apologize for that. Is there another bonus barrel in this game? I guess so, or this level, I guess so, because there's the sparkly. But, this one you have to jump across like that. And there's exactly, I think it's what, 25? Alright, it's over here. Can I do this? Yes, I can. I think there's a TNT barrel on the other side you're supposed to use. But, I think there's exactly 25 of the bonus barrel coins. I'm just gonna jump it this time because I don't want to risk like killing Dixie and then it's like, well, you can't get up there, man, because it didn't count as taking a hit. And I should have used Dixie anyway because you can like fly. But, yeah, so like I was saying, like, I don't know if I'll 100% Donkey Kong 64. I know, like, if I ever play Banjo-Tooie, I don't plan on 100%ing Banjo-Tooie. I've done it once in my life, and it, like, nearly killed me to do that. I don't mean that literally, obviously. I just mean, like, anyone who's ever had to deal with Canary Mary's bullshit in that second race can tell you, unless you're playing on the original console, which I do have a copy, I didn't grow up with Banjo-Tooie. I did play it, and I played it on, we'll just go. I did play it on the, I think it was the Xbox 360. Almost got me there, game. Played it, the Xbox 360 port of it. But if you're playing on the original console, you can actually get like a turbo controller and like cheat for that to get that like last Cheeto page, I think it is. But like, I don't want to do that. And it nearly killed my thumbs doing that legit. Because I did 100% it on the Xbox 360 and it was like a pain and a half. Because I'm pretty sure they did not change how Canary Mary operates. She has like the literal world's worst rubber banding effect to where like she will always stay caught up with you. And not only that, but even if you slow down in momentum, she won't. So if you know, gunshot out the gate super fast in order to like try and get ahead and all, like she'll literally just like keep up your pace. So it really, really does kind of suck when you're like trying to deal with it. So I think what I'm going to do, since it's only like, I don't know, we'll have to see how long this level takes. I think I might just play all of these together in one video and then finish up the area, because you know every area has had a boss so far, so this one's not any different. I will fight the boss in the next episode, because we've also got some other things to finish up to finish the game. It's not, and maybe it's obvious, maybe it's not. But like there are some things we have to finish up doing that we can only do after we've beaten the final boss. So, you know, that is how that is. But this level is actually really tough. Even for me, it's still pretty tough, just simply because of the way that these, I think that's just a life, not worth it, or a bear coin. But these, woodpeckers are not always easy to figure out, you know what I mean? Especially because there's a spot where you have to like come up here. And you can't really see it, and you gotta time it just right, because this is a that is a bee barrel. And trying to get through there to get into that bee barrel can actually be kind of tough, you know. Idealistically, obviously, I would get to that point with a buddy, get past the woodpecker, and if I need to, tank the hit to get in there. And it's not like, you know, damn it. That's not the best case scenario, but it is like something that can be done. That was close. But yeah, so like I was saying, I'm going to play Donkey Kong 64. I think a couple episodes ago said something about doing Donkey Kong Country Returns eventually, but that would definitely be after, you know, Donkey Kong 64. Okay, no. Oh, damn it. Such a tough spot. I'm pretty sure that's a bee barrel. I'm gonna laugh at myself if I do all this work and it's not, though. By that, I mean I'm gonna be pretty upset. But I'm pretty sure it is, or there's something there that you have to get for one reason or another, or it does something. I don't remember, because I'm pretty sure that the DK coin is close to. But, you know, maybe I need to just speed up a little bit, because maybe I'm being a little too cautious. You know, don't give myself too much time to think about it and just do it, you know. This part I will be a little bit, because I like to have the screen over so I can time that. Oh, look at that. I didn't even need the buddy. I told you. It just had to be fast and not think about it. And then, you know, you got the woodpeckers going back and forth this way, but they're going really slow, so it's not too... Oh, pretend that didn't happen. Of course, you got to try and get through this spot here. Oh, just go. Let's try this again. And let's try not to look like a fool. It'll probably happen anyway, whether you try or not. But yeah, this one's not as bad as some of the other ones. I mean, it would probably get worse if they got faster as the time ticked down, which would probably increase the difficulty quite a lot. But, like, they give you plenty of time. A lot of these bonus areas give you either just the right amount of time or give you plenty of time. You know? All of that before we even got to the sparkly barrel. But, yeah, the only time they don't give you enough time to finish the bonus barrel is when it's like an auto scroll kind of deal, and it's like, oh, well, you literally just had the right amount of time. Actually, now that I think about it, isn't there something up there? Or am I thinking on that one? It doesn't matter. It's better to just go ahead and try it now, you know? But try not to run out of lives, because I don't want to have to do all this stuff again off screen to catch back up. Alright. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's at some point you gotta do that. And those guys will never hit you, so don't worry about that. I think it's this part. There we go. Collect them stars. Gotta get them stars. And of course, just... it's basically like, you just have it for free, you know what I mean? Like... of course, there's a shorter time limit, but there's like no real challenge beyond that. It's like you got the last coin for free, basically. Now we just gotta finish the level and go back to see Boomer. And then I'll save the game. Because, like, sometimes the last level can be a real pain in the butt. It's cool. It's cool as hell. But it can be a real pain and a half. Come on now. Boing. Boing. Boing, I said. Ouch. That works. We gotta do this crap again. Oh, come on. I jumped on that bastard. Ugh. Oh my god. Come on now. Why is it not getting me up there high enough? There we go. Damn. Watch out for this hedgehog. There we go. Number 4. Alright, now we're going to go see Boomer, and then we're going to save it, and then we're going to do that last level. It's a cog you got there. You know, I reckon I'll fit that strange box thing that has been there ever since I moved in. Pop it on and see what happens. Looks like they're going to have to find a few more of them to fit it all together. By the way, Dixie, did I mention that a last special cost $25? But hey, it'll definitely be worth it. Fancy giving me some coins? Yeah, so like they're 15 and then the last one's 25. You bought one of Boomer's specials. Alright, Boomer, calm down. And so the fire is just going over the fuse. You know, it raises the question, did he go and travel and put the bombs there and just leave them there? Have you seen these games? Why don't they make games about knitting? I'm pretty sure they do now. And if they don't, why isn't there like a wacky-do knitting simulator where the physics are all crazy and you have to try to knit scarves or something like that? I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that existed, but I'm kind of would be surprised if it doesn't. So as you can see, this one already has like the exclamation point because there is nothing to collect in this level. You just do the level. Because in this one, we're in this barrel rocket. And we do have to watch our fuel. And yes, the controls are inverted. And you can kill the bees. Ow! That does happen. You can kill the bees with it, but like if it causes the rocket to like ascend any, it burns your fuel, so you don't want to land directly on the bees. So see, it does that. It kind of slows you down a little bit, but kind of does... It slows you down and it uses a little bit of your fuel. And you don't really want to slow down too much because, you know, it's time limit. Now this is kind of like a variation on like... Uh-oh. I hope that doesn't fuck me. But it's kind of a variation on the parrot level and part. Okay, now how am I... There we go. Okay, we got the bee barrel. Okay, now comes the crazy shit. I do like their eyes, though. In there. And it makes you wonder, other than, like, this is just a funny concept. Oh, dead. Okay, I don't know if I'll make it, because, like, I don't think you can die from bumping the ceiling, but it makes you lose fuel. You know? And there are no more fuels after the... Oh, I was right there. But it's okay. We'll try that again. The second part is like all about, you know... It ends up being all about basically almost like memorization, right? Like, if you have to do it. Or, in the same token of thought, like I said about that first level, using your peripherals more than actually looking and just kind of reacting. Kind of making sure you go the right way. Try not to bump the ceiling too much. I'm out of fuel. I'm out of time because I hit the ceiling and it wicked hit me in the face. Hey! Alright, let's try that again. This is why I saved it, is because I know it's very easy to burn through all your lives. Can you slow down? Like, I just realized if I hit the up button on testing. What does hitting the up button do other than... Does it make me speed up? Okay. Alright, it kind of burns fuel a little bit faster, but I needed to test that because I never knew you could do that. Ah, it's a long way down. Oh! Okay. Now I know you can speed up. I never knew that. That's kind of crazy. Hey, you learn something new every day, even though you know, apparently if you push the up button, it makes you speed up a little bit, but it burns through your fuel, so you gotta be careful. I'm pretty much think I'm just gonna use that in that last final stretch. You know, if you cut your corner, if you don't do that, if you cut your corners just right, I think it's to the... Cut your corners just right at this part. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. Like, and don't go too far forward. Yeah. You should be fine. Try it again. Run it back. We'll get it eventually. Do 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 do. Na na do 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 do. Ba da ba da ba. All right. All right. And this is where it's almost about to split off, right? Right here. Yeah. And then we come back this way. And we move over that way, and then we move over this way, and then we immediately move back, and then we go back to the right. I say to the right. Oh my god, I didn't hit it. I hit the ceiling and it fucked me up. I said to the right because, like, it's inverted. Right is left and left is right. So the right control pad button, the D-pad button, controls moving to the, you know, to the left. And the left one controls going to the right, because you're controlling the burner, you know? In the same way that it's like how tank controls are like, oh, that might have cost me. How tank controls are like, left is always left, right is always right, you know? Man, you literally cannot hit the ceiling, can you? That's a really tight way through, but I think I can get it. Hopefully I can get it before I run out of lives. Because once we run out of lives, I can save the game again, and then it just really does not matter if I die at that point. Because I can just... Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. There's no way to catch up. Unless, like, I play this super smooth. Yeah, I knew it. I was gonna say, like, you have to... There's, like... I know you have to go and very much so commit to that. And, like, just really push over. And, like... get past it, but it's so easy to hit your head there, and you're almost guaranteed like to die at that point. All right, now we're gonna have to like focus now. All right, okay. This is where we just go straight up, and we move that way a little bit, and then that way, and then we go to the left. We go to the right. We hit the ceiling because it was way too tight. Yeah, we're dead. The problem is, I think if you made it... Okay, so maybe there is like one DK coin here. The problem is... Oh yeah, we gotta do this. Problem is, I think every time you like push a direction, it also burns fuel. So you're just always burning fuel. So I'm going to save it real quick. And then I'm going to call the end of the episode. And we'll see what happens when we do all these cogs in the next one. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, she's asleep. I'm sure she won't mind us saving her game, though. Alright, have a good one, Grandma. Alright, and that's where I'm going to call the video. I appreciate you watching. If you made it at this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.